Hi, my name is John Taylor. I'm the facilitator of the four-part webinar, Making Friends with Anger, and I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing. Anger is one of the most fascinating emotions that I have worked with and worked around, both personally and in the work that I do with my clients. I love that turning point when somebody's anger stops being something that they're scared of or that they avoid or that they do too much, and it becomes a very useful and understandable and practical emotion that actually adds depth and dimension to their life. Anger is a lot more than just this wall of fire that we put up to keep people away. I think anger is a much more nuanced and much more in tune emotion than we give it credit for. A lot of us mistake anger for rage. Rage is out of control. Anger where destruction happens and thoughtless actions and words happen. I think anger is much more of a useful emotion than that. Anger may not really be about being ticked off or wanting to hurt somebody or having lots of negative emotions. Anger may be really about more vulnerable emotions underneath. And because vulnerability does not come easy for most people, anger is a really great cover up for that, giving us a sense of empowerment and a sense of direction when we might be feeling insecure. So, what might be underneath anger? Elizabeth Kubler-Ross did a lot of research around grief and dying in the 70s, I believe, and she outlined 5 different stages of grief. There was denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I had to think a little while about that. And I think anger is a natural thing that we experience when losses happen, when we are either giving something up or something has left our lives when we weren't ready for it to leave. I think anger can also be an indication that our boundaries have been violated. Think of how you would feel if a dog you didn't know came into your yard and started barking at you like, "This is my yard, get out." How would you feel in your body to communicate to that dog, "No, this is my space, and you need to get out"? I think a lot of times when anger comes up, it's really about our boundaries having been violated and our body is getting ready to reclaim our territory or restate our boundaries. I think anger, a lot along the lines of anger being part of grief, I think anger can also be about a lack of control. Not that you can't control your emotions, but more about I don't feel in control of my life or I don't feel in control of this situation. And anger is almost like a shot of adrenaline or a shot of focus, which for most people doesn't end up taking them anywhere because anger's not an emotion that really sustains action. It's great at kicking you in the pants and getting you going, but it doesn't really sustain action. So that's a little taste of some of the things we're going to be covering. I hope you'll join me, and you can register for this webinar at www.johntaylorlcsw.com.